Yeah. What do you think? Because it sounds like you have an opinion on that too, since you brought it up.
Well, I think I would have preferred to see that. I would have preferred to. I go back and forth, to be quite honest. I think that. You know me. I think that the liberal bias in Hollywood is one of the main reasons why that was probably changed. But I also want to give. I want to give the. What am I trying to say? I guess the room for it to be kind of what you said, where it's like you just don't want to like copy and paste the storyline, because I think it still could have been interesting if it was just your stereotypical, guy trying to save the girl, without it feeling just copy and paste.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a way they could have done it.
Because I think the whole feminist thing in our society is infecting a lot of movies and films, and I think that to have, I don't know, I just think that there's a correlation there, but
I think maybe
because you have Mario sucked into this world. And actually, I will say this, one thing that I did like about it is I have never actually made the connection that Peach in the games was a human.
Oh, really?
I never, I think I knew, but I never really pieced that together.
Like your mind was blown.
And so when they made the connection to that in the thing, and I was like, oh, like she was taken in. Like I thought that was actually kind of cool.
Makes sense.
In the movie, and then it was her and Mario and stuff like that. So I don't know. I just have some initial thoughts about that and some concerns. I think that because then I would also say that if it was like a politically motivated decision, or I'm sorry, if it wasn't a politically motivated decision, then I would be okay with it, with the storyline the way it is.
And I do think,
but the thought that it could be to push an agenda kind of ruins it for me.
Just the thought that it's a possibility.
Yeah. kind of like, because if I had a daughter, I would want her to be the Peach in the movie.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like, I would want her to be able to, like carry out a lot of the things that Peach did, but I also don't want the bill of goods that the feminist ideology sells young girls today, that they don't need a man, they don't need a husband, they just need to be independent and go make money and work for corporate America and do the whole thing. And then by the time they're 40, they're familyless and they don't have, there's just a lot of life, soul satisfactory things that, they don't have because they bought that bill of goods. And I don't know. All of that I think is just, I'm on guard of.
Yeah.
So
I do think if they switched it, then a lot would have to change about more than just like who's in what position, or do they, like more than just the fact that
they'd have to rewrite the whole thing.
Because I think the main, the central conflict, at least what's going on with Mario is, so like if you were to phrase it as an argument, so the theme is what Luigi says at the very end, and again, we're a spoiler zone. We don't hold back on stuff like that. So if you are nervous or you don't want to hear it, you haven't seen it, go watch it and then come back to us. But at the very end, Luigi says to Mario when he's got that shield and he's basically protecting Mario from the fire or whatever, and he says, nothing can hurt us as long as we're together, right? And that is the main theme in the movie about those two brothers figuring out, or mainly Mario, figuring out that if they're doing things together, then they're not going to fail. They're going to be able to persevere and get through, because earlier in the movie, when it's right after they're in the restaurant and they see their commercial, they go straight to the family table. Like they're at home and they're with their family eating and they're talking about the commercial and their family's sharing all their opinions. Their dad says, I just wish you weren't dragging your brother down with you. Right? So they don't have the support, and it's not even necessarily about the dad as much as Mario already thinks he's a failure and that he's bad for his brother. right? And that is proven true in the moments following when Luigi is lost because he follows Mario. And then it comes full circle to the point where finally Mario can see in his brother, you know what? No, we are better together. Luigi is better if I'm in his life and helping him than he is without me, and vice versa. So, like, that's the story, that's the line, the thread that's running through the entire movie. So they would have to, like, if they were going to put Peach into the position where she's lost and they have to save her, like in the games, they would have to flip that thread and, like, change all that out. But, so, yeah.
I agree. So, cool. Okay, let's talk about Jack Black. Because I think he does a phenomenal job as Bowser.
I'd agree with you. I mean, I found Bowser annoying, though. Like, he did a good job because it's what... So that's a hard thing to explain, but I was annoyed by Bowser, but I think on some level I was supposed to be annoyed by Bowser. Right?
Okay.
I think they wanted the audience to just find Bowser insufferably annoying and want him to be gone. I think they wanted that, and that's exactly how I felt. Like the stupid Peaches song. We're just yeah, so success. I was annoyed by Bowser.
Peaches,
Yeah.
Peaches.
Hated it.
Have you seen the social media posts of the worship song where they exchange the word peaches for Jesus? It's the same song. They just do a worship song out of it. It's really bad. It stinks. Look it up. It's pretty funny. Yeah. No, I thought Jack Black did a good job as Bowser. So, do you think that part of why you were annoyed is because the movie's not really made for you?
Oh, sure. Yeah, that's got to play into it.
Like it's just a kids movie. You know, I will say some of my favorite parts of the movie was what's the character that was in the dungeon? The soul or whatever it was. He was like just eternal suffering. He's just like Debbie Downer the entire time. I love that character. That was the best character for me in the entire movie.
I thought so too. He said some pretty dark things. Yeah, that's
I loved every bit of it.
And that might be, it's not violent, but that might be one of the reasons that it was rated medium.
What was that character's?
I don't know the character's name.
I'm not sure
what it is.
Dude, it was so good.
I don't even think it's defined because then it comes back at the very end.
It does. Did you watch the very end?
I think so, unless I missed something.
After the credits?
After the credits? Not.
Ooh.
I don't think I watched.
You didn't
watch I think we got up and I didn't watch anything after the credits.
You didn't see the post-credits?
What did I miss?
Hey guys, it's Parker from the WatchWell Podcast. We want to thank you for watching, and we want to remind you to like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. And remember, it's an Acts 17:22 kind of day. We'll see you in the next one.